Well, I bet you weren't expecting this in your sub box today. Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to Football Manager 2024 and a very special epilogue part of the non-league to Champions League series with South Shields. I'm Joe. If you're somehow new around here, and make sure you go and check out the previous 130 episodes of this series, the final episode of which came out in March 2024. We are now 4 months down the line, and finally I am here with an epilogue part of this series, playing the FIFA Club World Cup final against Chelsea. Now, plenty to update you on of what has happened over the previous season or so, and that is what this episode is going to focus around, and then we'll obviously finish it off with the Chelsea match. But yeah, obviously we had a fabulous series with South Shields, culminating in the Champions League victory, going along with our Premier League title, and we have continued that incredible sort of journey. I've played another full season of this save. Now, I played the season very, very quickly, to be honest with you. I was still really enjoying the game after daily content from October to March. It was a brilliant series, one of my favourite that I've ever done, if not the favourite, taking South Shields all the way from the National League North to Champions League glory. It was brilliant. So yeah, hopefully we will manage to add another trophy to the collection, probably the final trophy to the collection in this series. But first of all, let's have a little look at how we got on last season. So I'm going to take you all the way back, and you can see we had an awesome season once again, loads and loads of wins in a row, but we had a bit of a shaky start. We lost in the FA Community Shield to Newcastle. We lost that. We did win the UEFA Super Cup 6-2 against Napoli, meaning we won that. We went out in the fourth round of the EFL Cup, but we did manage to win the Premier League once again, third time in a row that we have done that, I believe. So we obviously won it that season there. We won it by 10 points, and then we won it by 2 points in our final season on YouTube. And then you can see this season, our best season yet, 90 points, beating Chelsea along the way. But we did also win the FA Cup. We managed to beat Brighton in the final. It was a good performance, another victory in the FA Cup, our second FA Cup victory. And we did go on to defend our Champions League trophy. We beat Inter Milan 4-1 in the final. And you can see some goals there. Donovan Robinson scoring, Ollie Salis-Lansbury and Rooney Bargy all on the score sheet. But you might have noticed some different names in there, one in particular. Looking at the transfer history, this is what happened in the summer after you left me. Basically, we signed Antonio Moraes. I think I probably told you about this guy signing. He's pretty good. He's a Brazilian striker, already leading 4-star ability, 5-star potential. And we signed a brand new goalkeeper in Thomas Curran from Bayern Munich, £72 million. He came in and had a very good season in goal. He is an elite level goalkeeper. We got rid of a load of different players. We got rid of Evan Ferguson, but that was at the start of the last season. Who did we get rid of? Bettino went. He went for 80 million to Fulham. That was obviously a big one. Thomas Chevalier went to Barcelona for 23 million. Gabriel Nigu went to Chelsea for 40 million there. Alan Murphy went to Chelsea for £86 million, which could rise to 103 million. Szoboszlai went to Al Ahly for just over £10 million. Nye went to Atletico Madrid, has made that deal permanent. Oliver Aitson went out on loan to West Ham. He's just made that deal permanent. Michael Asante went to Newcastle for £50 million and played once. I mean, what a steal in terms of our money that we've brought in. Sandro Tonali, that was a tough one to take. He went to Barcelona for 11.25 million and a bunch of loan signings as well. But yeah, we brought in a whole load of new players. We brought in Euclides Char, left winger, £34 million, absolutely brilliant left winger, 5-star ability. James Noble, we brought in from Tottenham, £42 million, really good centre back. Brought in Sebastian Baselli on a permanent deal. Jared Branthwaite on a free transfer, but the big one, Jude Bellingham, we brought him in from Real Madrid for £150 million. He's still an absolute world-class player. Had an incredible season, 7 goals and 8 assists and a 7.14 average rating, but was always at the centre of anything that we went for. We signed Vladimir from Brentford as our backup goalkeeper. I mean, look at this. This is just an incredible squad. We signed Moses Caicedo for £4.6 million. We signed Nicolas Sanchez from Man United for £54 million, raising to 68. He had a great season. And we've just signed Connor Gulen from Ajax for £50 million. Looks like a very, very good centre-back. He will be very important for us going forward, you would imagine. And we've just signed Noah Boney on a free transfer. We got him on a Bosman. He's played for Lyon all of his career, but again, another world-class player. And we're filling out this trophy cabinet now. 2 Champions Leagues, 3 Premier Leagues, a Europa League in there, UEFA Super Cup, Emirates FA Cup in there. We won the Championship Carabao Cup, League One trophy. We've won the FA Community Shield. What we haven't won is the Conference League, interestingly enough. We were going to play in that, but then I think we were last-minute entry into the Europa League instead. I can't exactly remember all of the reasons behind it, but we've developed this club into a fabulous, fabulous unit. We've had a takeover. We're now owned by a tycoon. Nicholas Jones has come in to take over Jeff Thompson. So, it's a very, very different football club. I'm certainly not planning on staying here much after today's match, to be honest with you. I want to go and experience Europe and whatever, but yeah, just stop playing the game. We got to the end of the season, started the Club World Championship, and just didn't really play after that. And yeah, with the Euros recently, I've dabbled back into it, and yeah, got myself to the final of the Club World Cup. So I thought, you know what, let's bring it back for one more episode, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And hey, if it does well, then maybe we'll bring it back as a little bit of an on and off series of trying to get up the Hall of Fame. Because if we look at the Hall of Fame, we are just on the cusp of going into the top 20 now of the all-time Hall of Fame, and we should go up that pretty quickly, you would imagine. It's going to be almost impossible to catch Pep Guardiola, Carlo Ancelotti, Alex Ferguson, but we could try and get up to number 4 in the world. In terms of the continent, again, we're just outside of the top 20. In the nation, we are 9th out of 10, but nationality-wise, we are number 2 of all time, just behind Bob Paisley. We might be able to overtake him, and that would be a pretty awesome achievement. But just have a little look at this squad now. Some of the incredible players in there. Ollie Sailor-Lansbury has just had the season of his life. He just scored 37 goals in 52 appearances in the last season. That was incredible. Wellerman has become an incredible right back. World class. Donadell was amazing last season. Trying to sort of update you on some of the players that we knew and loved last season. Donovan Robinson didn't really play too much last year. Only 10 starts for our South Shields wonder kid that came through. Danny Patterson, he doesn't play too much anymore, but it really is a fabulous team to have built, and we're still, playing exactly the same way, same formation, and ready to rock and roll with this 4-2-3-1. So let's take you through the team then that is going to face Chelsea in the Club World Cup final. We've got Thomas Curran in goal with Wellerman, Thompson, Masudi and Nilsson in defence. We've then got Caicedo and Donadel as our holding midfielders, with Larray, Bellingham and Bargy starting behind Ollie Salis-Lansbury up top. I am going to put in Char because he is amazing. And look at that. We've got 4 5-star players in our front 4 positions. We have built a world-beaten side, and what I am incredibly curious about is who they go on to appoint as manager, and whether they can have the same sort of success. I want to go and I want to try and do it with another team. It's probably not going to be sustainable to stay with South Shields the whole time. It would be nice to build something somewhere else, maybe try and rebuild Manchester United or Arsenal or even Chelsea, who we're talking about now. But there's definitely some teams out there that we could go and manage in this world and have a good time doing it. Now, I can guarantee I've brought this series back to win this one last trophy, and Chelsea are going to spoil it, aren't they? That would really annoy me if Chelsea won this. So much so that I'd probably go back and just save scum it, because I'm not playing through another 4 years with South Shields to get this this final trophy of the collection. But no, I am only joking, by the way. We will try and turn this around, but it would just be typical. We've been playing awesome all tournament against the likes of Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and it would be Chelsea, the team that we've had the handle of in the league the last few years. That get us in the end. It is cleared. Here we go now with Masudi. Masudi on the ball to Nilsson, and that is cleared away. Here's a Tugran, gets it to Donadel. Here's Caicedo now. Caicedo gets it back to Masudi. Caicedo again, forward to Larray. Here's Wellerman. Wellerman on the right-hand side, crosses it in. Larray hits the post. Oh, how's that not gone in? Oh dear, that's a sign that it's not going to be your day, isn't it? Oh dear me. Yildiz. End of highlight. That's a surefire sign, if any, that you're probably not going to win in this particular simulation. But anyway, 35 minutes gone. We will look to probably switch things up in the second half. Charles not having a great game. Neither is Larray. So just to try and inject some energy into the team, Caicedo gets it to Donadel. Here's Wellerman. Finds Jude Bellingham. Bellingham! Oh, Jude Bellingham with the goal. Makes it 1-1 just before half-time. Bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. And, he's still great. He's 34 years old now. But he can still do that. He can still surge into the area and shoot, score a great goal. That's his first of the season. And now, hopefully, we can turn it round in the second half. Now, what we are going to do is take Char off. We're going to put on Rooney Bargy on that left-hand side. Ekadi Mora could come on for Ollie Salis-Lansbury, but I'm going to keep everything else the same for now. We're going to... oh, dear. That's not what I wanted to do. We're going to encourage the boys. Here's Larray. Tries to find Ollie Salis-Lansbury, but doesn't manage to do that. Now here's Murphy. Gets it to Lavia. Tugran, that's forward. This is a chance here. It's a chance for Terzi. It's hit off the back of Kuring. It doesn't go in, though. And it remains at 1-1 for now. We're starting to get into our momentum swing and starting to look good against Chelsea here. It might be the case that it's just a simple substitution that could change this game. Silas Lansbury wins it back. He was going to be my next candidate to come off. Here's Wellerman, gets it forward to Larray. Marvin Larray should have scored. I think he is probably going to be our next boy to come off. We're going to put Silas Lansbury actually on the right-hand side. We're going to bring on Ekeri Mora. Don't know why. I just seen his name and thought he's going to be the one to score the winning goal. Here's Terzi. Terzi's still going on this left-hand side. This is brilliant for Chelsea. Terzi into the middle. Oh, Curran comes out. Still half an hour to go in this match. It's not over yet. Here's Nilsson. Finds Rooney Bargy. Bargy still running down this left-hand side. Finds Bellingham. Bellingham now whips it in. Oh, and it's caught by Alan Murphy, of course. Our former goalkeeper, who was an incredible signing from Nottingham Forest, a record signing. I think was one of the most instrumental players in our turnaround success. Now then, we've got 20 minutes to go here. I think we absolutely need to see what's going to happen in this next 10 minutes and then maybe make one more change. Here's Donadell. Finds Rooney Bargy, and it's Rooney Bargy who puts us 2-1 ahead. And that is a huge moment. Donadell with the assist. The flag stayed down, and Rooney Bargy is the one who was cut inside and scored a beautiful goal there with his right foot. And yeah, Alan Murphy couldn't get to it. Now then, you probably don't want to change anything too drastically. We can probably move Bellingham back into midfield. Bargy onto that left-hand side. We can probably bring on somebody. Nicolas Sanchez can come in there. I'm going to go balanced for the last 10 minutes or so and try our very best to just hang on to this now and win the final trophy that we need for our cabinet, other than the Europa Conference League, but it's very difficult to do now in the position we're in now. Here's Donadell, gets it to Nilsson. Nilsson now running down this left-hand side. This is a great run from Omar Nilsson. Gets it back now to Donadell. Here's Sanchez. Sanchez into the middle, and that really should have been us sealing the deal. Rooney Bargy, yep, he's been fouled. It is a free kick. It was a beautifully won free kick there. Yeah, excellent interception again from Donadell. That's how good he is now. He's really become a sort of Declan Rice type character. Constantly intercepting. What a save from Kuring there. Header from Junior. Great save onto the bar. And now 5 minutes of added time. We're going to go defensive. Have we won it? Yes, we have. The final trophy we needed for our collection is won. We have won the World Cup, everybody. South Shields are not only European champions, they're not English champions. They are world champions. And that is a huge, huge achievement. It's going to be Jude Bellingham that lifts up that trophy for us. And he's raised it in the air. Very, very good indeed. Coming from 1-0 down to beat Chelsea 2-1 in the end. That is a fantastic performance and a huge victory for us to win the Club World Cup. You know, proper FIFA Club World Cup now. And what a long season it has been. You know, we're finishing off in the first week of July. It's going to be a heck of a challenge to get these players going again for the season in a few weeks. But there you have it. We've won the Club World Cup and we've made it into the Worldwide Hall of Fame. We had 2 achievements come through there. Let's have a little look at all of that. So we received 4 million for that. We are now declared one of the best ever. Where do we move to? So 17th. Wow, that was a big amount of points for the Club World Cup there. Very, very nice. We will settle for that. And that moves us into 17th place. In terms of nationality, we're still second. Nation, still 9th on that one. And continent, we've not actually, because that one doesn't count as a continental one, I guess. Well, there you go. Legend. Once again, we please the board. And there you have it. I mean, where do you go from there? I mean, we've got pre-season starting in 6 days. These players are not going to get any sort of break. I mean, surely we send them on holiday to have at least a little bit of downtime. And we play the youth squad in some of our pre-season matches. But what a career! What a career it has been. Realistically, we're not gonna stay on at Shields now. We have been here a long, long time. We've managed 761 matches here. Look at all that. Look at all that success. I mean, the awards last season. Manager of the Month 4 times. Manager of the Year. We won 4 trophies in the end. We've already won 1 this season. It's been a very, very special time. And we've been here 5,000 days. I wonder if we are the longest serving manager. I don't actually know where you spot that. There is somewhere. Is it in World? Maybe. Do we go into World and then managers? Longest time at club. Yeah. So surely we're going to be... Well, we should be 3rd on that list, shouldn't we? So Diego Simone is still... Oh no, we're 5,000, aren't we? It's 5,000 days we've been at the club. So yeah, we are still a decent way down. There we are. Yeah. But Frank Schmidt, he's been at Heidenheim for 10,800 days. I mean, how long is that? He's been there since... I mean, I don't know. It doesn't say when he's been there since 2007. So he has been there 30 years. Wow. I mean, Diego Simone, he's been there a long, long time. Yeah, I mean, if we look in possibly just England, nations, England. Yeah, if we just do that. How do we look at just England? Profile? No. Because yeah, you click on this, don't you? Is this how we're going to do it? England. Yeah, it's not quite what we want. Yeah, I don't think we can look on there the same way that we can for the world managers. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be so hard to click that resign button. I mean, let's have a look at our contract. We're still contracted till 2041. Crazy. But there's no jobs available. I mean, that's the other thing. We could just wait it out. I mean, I think I'm going to save it here for South Shields so that if I want to, I can continue the South Shields journey. But yeah, hopefully you have enjoyed it. Anyway, just a little bit of an epilogue, a little look into what I've been up to for the last season with South Shields. And hey, if this does really well and you want to see more, then maybe we'll start a little Hall of Fame series, trying to get up that Hall of Fame. We're already at number 17. Let's see how far up we can go. But if you have enjoyed it, give it a massive thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more Football Manager content, especially when the new one comes out in 2025. That is going to be amazing, FM24. I can't wait, and hopefully you will join me for more exciting stories very soon. Goodbye.